Hello, good day, good night, good morning. How are you doing today? I trust that you are doing very, very well. Welcome back to this my channel. My name is Nicole, and I have a wonderful, wonderful news out of Jamaica to share with you. And not just that it's out of Jamaica, but in general, I just want to share some pointers with you. I saw a news clip out of Jamaica, and as you can see, in the news clip, there was a a very young person who was enrolled in the University of Technology at the age of 14 years old. Now, when I was 14 years old, I wasn't even thinking about university, to be honest. I've been to university, but at that age, wow, my situation was just different. So let's look at this young lady, Miss Jada Wright. Miss Jada Wright applied and was accepted into the University of Technology. She started in January 2024. When I was listening to her story and reading about her story, I noticed a few things, and I want to share it with you today and encourage you. If you have young ones, if you have teenage ones, if you yourself, you can take these points as well. So she is pursuing a career in computer software. She wants to write codes and develop programs and websites and so forth. Okay? Awesome, because we know everything goes through technology nowadays, basically, right? It's a technologically driven world that we are living in. Now, her father mentioned that one of the first gifts that he gave her was a book. As a young girl, she started playing with the book, and then eventually, she started to learn the words and started to read and so forth. When I listened some more, I noticed she said that last year she read approximately 60 books. 60. No. When I listened to her, I felt good because I like to read as well, right? But some of us as adults, or some of us, let's put it that way, we don't read much. We barely read even 5 books per year. The young lady said she read about 60 books last year. So, one of the first major points I want to look at as we are encouraging our young people and our students and our nieces and nephews and grandchildren is that they need to develop a love of reading. And sometimes, even if you don't want to read, you just read. Read, learn something. It's better to know than not to know. When I was a child, I used to hear them say ignorance is bliss, but ignorance is not like they would say, what you don't know won't hurt you. One of the biggest lies ever. All right? What you don't know can hurt you. All right? So, reading, becoming literate, not just reading words, but understanding what they are saying and being able to apply the knowledge that you're learning. Okay, so that's one of the main things that I noticed. Her father bought her a book. Next thing, during COVID, during the lockdown and so forth, it was mentioned that as a result of the lockdown, she had mostly homeschooling. And her mother mentioned that as she was facilitating the homeschooling, she could not, meaning Jada, the child could not come to her freshly to learn something. She would have to go and research for herself, do some independent learning, and then come for the homeschooling, the extra, what the mom would have facilitated for her. So the second point I want to say is that as young people, as persons who may be trying to learn something, you have to develop an intrinsic, internal type of motivation. You have to know what you want. You have, yes, teenagers too, yes, you have to know what you want. And you have to set aside some time to research, to find the information. All right? So that is the independent learning, intrinsic motivation, or internal motivation. You have to know what you want. The young lady knew she wanted to do computer software. And so she pursued that. She started practicing and so forth. let me just say this to you. Never you as a parent sit down and wait on a teacher to teach your child how to read. Yeah? As I put out those 2 points, I want to just plug that in right there. Even coming from my own experience as a parent and as a teacher as well. Don't sit down and wait on a teacher to teach your child. I've had students who were, let's say, at the age of 12 years old and could not read fluently. They could not put words together. They could not put the letters together to sound the words and then to understand what they mean. And I had to work with them from alphabet, from the basic alphabet sounds. And I had no problem because I love to help children. I love that. That's a part of my calling. So it didn't bother me. Right? And I know I put in a lot into my children learning to read even before they started kindergarten. So that's my little plug-in right there for you. And I am also going to be doing a series of sorts, the ABCs of parenting, because you know what? Parenting doesn't come with a handbook. And every child is different. What works for my child may not work for yours. Right? The advice that I probably used to help my child, might not help every child. Every child is different. So I'm going to do the ABCs of parenting based on my experience and what I've seen from other parents. All right, so I want you to listen out for that. All right, so back to Jada Wright. She's a 14-year-old student at the University of Technology in Jamaica, having started her literacy journey, learning to read, learning to apply understanding from a very young age with the support of her parents. Thank you again for those who have stayed thus far. If you have enjoyed this video, enjoyed the content so far, I invite you to become a part of the team here, over here on this channel, where we encourage each other, where we deal with topical issues, and where we teach each other and we support each other. All right? So welcome to those who are subscribing right now. Remember to give the video a like as well, that thumbs up button, and to share as well. All right, so that other persons can share and so on, and it can encourage the viewership and the promotion of the channel and so forth. All right, so God bless you, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.